If you are here, you are already interested in this course, but before you start, there is one thing that you need to know. This course was created using the .NET Core 5.0. The steps in this course are very similar to older versions of .NET, so it works with versions of .NET as far back as the .NET Core 3.1. However, there are some differences in the versions after the 5.0. In the earlier versions, there is a Startup.cs class and also a Program.cs. But starting with the .NET 6, Microsoft has removed this file, leaving only the Program.cs file. In this video, I'll show you how to follow along using just the Program.cs file if you are using a later version of .NET. I'll also show you how to add the Startup.cs class back into your project if you want to keep the same structure as shown in this course. This is going to allow you to work with the newer versions of .NET while still using the structure you are familiar with. Let us go to Visual Studio and see it in action. Now in Visual Studio, I've opened the branch 08B, which is the beginning state of part 08. And I'm going to work with this one because in here I don't have any code changes. I'll just go to the Solution Explorer, and here I have the project where you can see the Startup.cs and the Program.cs. Now let me create another project in here. Just right click and then add. We are going to add a new project. Let us search for MVC because that is the template or the framework that I've used. Go to next and I'll name it etickets.v8. Now the V8 in here stands for the version of the .NET that I'm going to use, but the steps are the same starting from the version 6.0. Let me just go here next, and then I'll select in here from the drop down the version 8.0 and then create. The project is created. If I just go to Solution Explorer, you can see that all the files and the folder structure is the same, but the previous version does have the Startup.cs in the V8, or the other version starting from 6, we don't have the Startup.cs. If we open the Startup.cs, you are going to see in here that we have the configure services, and this method is used to add services to the container, and the configure method, and this is used to configure the HTTP request pipeline. So basically in the earlier versions, we have like a separate file for the configuration part. In the V8 or starting from the V6, we don't have that file. Everything happens in Program.cs. For example, if we check the configure services, we just have this method, services.add controllers with views. If we go to Program.cs in the upper or in the later versions, you are going to see that that line is after the builder. So basically, if you want to configure services or add services to container, you just add them after the builder line, but before the app builder.build, and after this line, but before the app.run, you add or you configure the HTTP request pipeline. Another difference is that because in here you have a method which has as a parameter the iService collection, you just type services dot the method name. In here you type builder dot services dot add controllers with views. Down here nothing has changed basically, so you just have the app and you use, let's say, app.useRouting. Down here you have app.useRouting. Let us say in the old version you want to add course support, services.add course. Down here to use it or to add it as part of the request pipeline, just use app use course. In the later versions, you'd add it to the services by using builder.services.add course. And then down here, app.use course. So basically, this is all that you need to keep in mind when you work with the later versions. But if you prefer to use the later versions and still have the Startup.cs, you can always create the file. can just go in here, add, and then a class, let's say Startup.cs. And then let's say I'll just go here and copy everything from here. Just paste it in this file. And then in the Program.cs, you can either replace this code with the one from the older version, or in here you can just remove whatever we have between builder and the build. Also remove this part before the run. And then just type var startup is equal to new startup. And then pass as a parameter the builder.configuration. And that's because if you check the file, you can see that the startup does expect as a parameter the I configuration. And now that you have it, you can just call the first method, which is the configure services. So startup.configure services, and then pass as a parameter the builder.services. And then after the app, you just type startup.configure, and then pass as a parameter the app and also the app.environment. This is all. Then I'll just save the changes, and I'll just change the project in here to be the eTickets version 8, and then run the project. And as you can see in here, the app is running as expected.